in this video lesson. If in a majority of this Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, they use for conversations, they use Telugu language. Like that, in computers, there is a language for purpose of transmission and distribution. That is the main language is hypertext markup language. In the hypertext markup language, this is the standard language for creating web pages and web applications. They are like the building blocks of the web page. Web browsers receive HTML documents from a web server or from local storage and render the documents into multimedia web pages. Hypertext refers to links the concept to connect the web pages to another, either within a single website or between websites. Links are a fundamental aspect of the web. By uploading content to the internet and linking it to pages created by other people, you became an active participant in the World Wide Web. For these, we use HTML language. There is other technologies besides HTML are generally used to describe a web page's appearance or presentation. This is we call it as CSS, or this is a functionality behavior like JavaScript we generally use. If is there any problem, we will get one dialog box right side of the website. There is some coding and there is it gives in the JavaScript. Right? HTML language is there is like a building blocks of a web page. Next, we need to know about the hyperlink. A hyperlink is a word, phrase, or image that you can click on to jump to a new document or a new section within the current document. See, when you move the cursor over a hyperlink, whether it is a text or an image, the arrow should change to a small hand pointing at the link. When you click it, a new page or a place in the current page will open. Hyperlinks, often referred as just links, are common in web pages, but can be found in other hypertext documents. These include certain encyclopedias, glossaries, dictionaries, and other references that use hyperlinks. The links act the same way as they do on the web, that allowing the user to jump from page to page. Basically, hyperlinks allow people to browse information at hyper speed. Means if we click within the seconds, we will get a new web page. Within the milliseconds, we will get the new web page. Means that is the speed. That is the speed. That is why we call it as hyperlinks. Hyper speed. With the you will get the information in a hyper speed. Next, we need to know about the search engine. Search engine is a service that allows internet users to search for content via the World Wide Web. A user enters keywords or key phrases into a search engine and receives a list of web content results in the form of websites, images, videos, or other online data. The list of content returned via a search engine to a user is known as a search engine results page. This is called SERP, search engine results page. So some examples here we need to know about the search engines. For example, Google. Google is one kind of a search engine, and MSN, Yahoo, Bing. All these are search engines. If you type a word or a words, means 2, 3 words, you will get the results pages on the screen on the monitor. In order to find a specific file, users had to navigate through each one, like finding a book in a library, shortcut with exit, and some frequent users learned the exact file addresses. That is, otherwise we call it as a URL, unique resource indicator of each HTML file they wanted or looked at regularly. See how we will visit if we visit a book library. If a regular person who visits a library, who knows which book is where, in which shelf, and librarians also they know because they put in a code, classification code. There is some library language, so they self it each book in each code self. So like that, here search engines who search the entire web pages and find the which is what we are required. We are typed in the key bar. So archive download a directory of all the anonymous FTP website documents and files from a given computer network and stored them in a user-friendly searchable database in a database. For example, if we need to know any file in our computer, just we will go and search in the search menu. There is it is located in the computer. There is one left side. There is a search menu. Just we will type which file you require, which image you require. Just you type one word or two words, you will get the results which are stored in your computer. Like that, there is in the web pages also the search engine to search the all websites, web pages, and gives you back with the results. N number of results we have. If we type a regular use word, a regular means a recent incident is happened. So if you want to search about that, you will get the number of pages, right? Many search engines appeared and for popularity, they included already we have discussed about this some Google, MSN, Bing. There is also Yahoo, Netscape, Ask.com, You.com. All these are some examples for the search engines. Among them, the Google search engine, which was launched in 1997 and became the most popular from web search engine. Because if we ask any question to someone, they ask you to Google it. Very generally, they say Google it means you go and search in the Google. So the Google is very popular even today also. Next topic is internet service providers. Internet service providers are an intermediary organizations that provide internet connectivity to its subscribers. We have mobile networks. All mobile networks means Airtel, Idea, Airtel, V, and Jio. These are some examples. They provide you internet service. And along with BSNL, along with that, some other private networks like Act Fiber and Hathway. These are private networks also provide you the internet services. The major internet service providers in India are telecommunication companies along with the state-owned Bharat Sanchar Nigam Limited. They provide services such as a connection to the internet, domain name registration, and also hosting. We need to know about the bandwidth. So bandwidth means the speed of the internet access. Bandwidth is the capacity of a wide or wireless network communication link to transmit the maximum amount of data from one point to another over a computer network or internet connection in a given amount of time, usually 1 second. We see some advertisements, for example, Act advertisement. There is on the advertisement we find that 40 Mbps per second means that much speed is available with that network provider. Bandwidth refers to the amount of data that can be transmitted in a fixed amount of time. Here we need to know about some web databases. A database is an organized collection of data, generally stored and accessed electronically. The World Wide Web is so a large distributed hypertext database. It is a special type of knowledge database. A web database is a database application designed to be managed and accessed through the internet. Website operators can manage this collection of data and present analytical results based on the data in the web database application. These databases can organize personal or business data also. A web database is essentially a database that can be accessed from a local network or the internet instead of one that has its data stored on a desktop or its attached storage. This is used for both personal and also professional use. They are hosted on websites and also some software as a service products, which means that access is provided via a web browser. Okay. Another important topic is search and retrieval. What is search? Already we have discussed search engines. So retrieval, the web page is a system of interlinked hypertext documents which accessed through the internet. It is a vast resource of hyperlinked and heterogeneous information, including text, audio, video, image, multimedia, means graphics. Everything is possible with this hyperlinked information. Information retrieval is the process of identifying and retrieving relevant documents based on users' coding. We are typing some keyword. We will get the results through information retrieval. Information retrieval is concerned with the identifying and retrieving relevant documents based on users' query. This retrieval concerned with the retrieval of information about a subject from a collection of documents. Generally, we call it is a URL X information retrieval. And information retrieval system, this consists of three basic elements. Number one is a query representation, a document representation, and a measure of similarity between query and collection of documents. The query representation gives a description of user's information need. The document representation gives a formal description of the information contained in the document. The similarity measure defines the rules and the procedure for matching the query and relevant documents. So there is some here we need to know about the search engine searches. It's a local database and returns the order results to the user in the form of links. There is three types of queries like informational queries and navigational queries and transactional queries. For example, here we need to know about more about the informational queries. This type of queries provides the information about broader area of the topic. Such types of queries are used. This may include queries like Indian Army, such types of query. For example, we have such types of educational institutions. Informational queries means informational related to the educational institutions. A single link may not provide the complete information. So end user must have to visit multiple links. Next one is navigational queries. Whenever a user remains interested in a home page of any website, then so this is we are calling about the website. If we open the web page, there is a number of sections, web page and other links and some departments names with all nomenclatures are included in that pages. So that we need to go with the navigation. So navigate. So such type of queries show that the user is interested in the home page of the website. Another one is transactional queries. The query that performs only transactional actions lies in this category. For example, online payment of online shopping. This is comes under the transactional queries. Next is internet in India. Telecommunication revolution in India during the mid-1980s laid the edifice for the internet revolution in India. Internet services started in India on August 15, 1995 by Vijay Sanchar Nigam Limited, BSNL. For this, the government is established one organization, that is the NIC Net, was established in 1995 for communication between government institutions. The network was operated by the National Informatics Center. NIC means National Informatics Center. Initially, internet services were provided to top research organizations and universities through the Educational Research Network, which commenced in the year 1995. Dear students, if you have any doubts, you may ask me, raise your hand, ask me, otherwise you may give your feedback in the chat box. You may ask your questions or doubts, whatever it is. You may type in the chat box, I will read it and get you back with the clarifications. ERNet was initiated by the Department of Electronics with funding support from the Government of India and United Nations Development Program. It involving 8 premier institutions as participating agencies. NCST Bombay, Indian Institute of Science, 5 Indian Institutes of Technology, means IITs at Delhi, Mumbai, Kanpur, Kharagpur, and Chennai, and the Department of Electronics in New Delhi. These 8 are the initiated what we are now getting internet. As per the latest data by the end of the year the latest data in India, internet users are expected to rise with 1,000 million of the total users based on the around 95% they are using internet very regularly. The growth of internet is widespread not only in the urban but in the rural sectors because the post-COVID we have using of mobiles is very widened. So 97% of areas population are now using mobile phones. Means either they are own or they are using of their children or their relatives, whatever it is. Now we have 4G mobiles, 5G mobiles. Now we have 5G mobiles. So the speed is very good speed with the 5G mobiles. In the textbook, we have given some percentages and some years, but those are now changed. That is the previous data, means before 2019 data. Now we are in the 2025. So once you search in the Google, you will get the latest percentages of penetration of internet and users of mobile phones. All this is available with the latest stats. Now, internet governance, we need to know about that one. Internet is not owned or controlled by any one person or a company or organization or even the government. It is governed by a multi-stakeholder network of interconnected autonomous groups represented from civil society, the private sector, government, the academic, and such research communities and national and international organizations. So all these are govern the internet. They are control the internet. There is many organizations we will discuss about one by one. Among these, the main organization that is the ICANN. The full form of this ICANN is the Internet Corporation for assigned names and numbers. Headquarters is at Marina del Rey in California. ICANN is a California non-profit corporation that was created on September 18 in 1998 in order to oversee a number of internet-related tasks previously performed directly on behalf of the US government. ICANN's primary principles of operation have been described as helping preserve the operational stability of the internet and also to promote computation to achieve broad representation of the global internet community and to develop policies appropriate to its mission through bottom-up consensus-based processes. There is another establishment organization, that is Internet Engineering Task Force, IETF. This is a large open internet community of network designers, operators, vendors, and researchers concerned with the evaluation of the internet architecture and the smooth operation of the internet. The technical work of the IETF is done in working groups, which are organized by topic into several areas. Much of the work is handled via mailing list. Another important one is W3C. Already in the a little early, I have discussed about the Berners-Lee idea of World Wide Web. So first web conference as in an institutional imperative, we saw a need for an independent, neutral home for the web in the face of increasing pressure from the physics focus at CERN and the urgency of is corporate collapse. CERN means the European Organization for Nuclear Research, that is the CERN. W3C primarily pursues its mission through the creation of web standards and guidelines. W3C also engages in education and outreach, develops software and services as an open forum for discussion about the web. Funding for the W3C, who funds for the W3C? Funding and more importantly, commitments to W3C's principles and products would come from an assortment of corporate and research members. Okay, dear students, in this unit we have learned about some major concepts of related to the internet, the history of the internet, World Wide Web, and evaluation of technology. And also we have discussed about some technical terms and discussed about some major concerns related to the internet governance and some organizations. We will go with another unit. We will discuss another unit, that is networks. This is also purely related to the technology aspects. It is not much useful for the practitioner journalist, but basics means a little knowledge we need to know about these networks. What is the domains? What is the internet? What are the major features of internet? Already we have discussed, but even though again we need to know recall about the networks. And network means yes, internet related to the networks, online services, and some laws related to the cyber media. First, internet is an important medium for dissemination of information and equally a major source of information. The World Wide Web organizes internet-related resources so that one can easily access the information available on the internet. With the advent of smartphones and devices like laptops, desktops, tablets, etc., one can now readily access the information on a wide range of topics just by tapping a key. So we will discuss about the unit number 6 in detail. In this unit, we will know about the classification of the networks, network topologies, and addressing skills, domains and subdomains, main features of internet, electronic mail, FTP, IRC. All these are some outdated technology because now we have latest technology available on the services. So next, introduction to networks. Network is a set of interconnected computers that cooperate with each other or one other, as the case may be, for the purpose of international information interchange. More connection of computers cannot be termed as a network, but they must agree upon to use some communication rules or protocols for the purpose of exchanging information. A network we can also define as a group of computers, printers, and other devices that are connected with cables to enable data to travel over these cables so that the user can exchange documents and data with each other. For example, in the one office or education institution, there is a own local area network. Means the data within those computers only, connected with those computers only. A simple network of two computers. So this is in companies, they use their own network. Network devices and components. Network devices allow multiple computers to exchange data and information through internet or intranet. If within the company systems, if the information is the data is transferring within the company computers, that is called, we call it is a intranet. And if the information is available with a person who sat in Australia, uh, and I am using means between if a person who lives in Australia or South Africa or America, whatever, if he gets the information from all over the world, that is through internet. The most important network devices are router, hub, network interface card. Let us look at the details about the router. Every network has a router, which is a device that connects to two or more networks and determines the next point to which a packet of data should be forwarded towards its destination. A packet is the smallest unit of data that travels on the network. Next, hub. Hub is the central connection point for network cables that connect to computers or other devices on a network. The hub has several network cable jacks and ports that are used to connect network cables to computers. Router, we are now generally, many are now using Wi-Fi with the tool of router. Hub is a place, there is a large number of connections, central connection point, that is. And another important point is here we need to know about the NIC, Network Interface Card. This card installed on a computer that connects the computer to the network. It provides dedicated and full-time connection to the computer. The NIC acts as an interface between the network cable and the computer. Besides the devices, a network also consists of some certain components. Broadly, they are divided into software and hardware components. Here we once read about the major hardware components are the server. Otherwise, we call it as a host computer. Host is the computer that has the data to be transmitted. Next one is the client. This is the computer on the other end of the transmission system. It receives the data that is transmitted from the server. One more point is circuit. This component, the circuit, is the pathway through which data travels from the host to the client. Type circuit may be a copper wire or an optical fiber. These days, many using fiber optical cables. That is, fiber optical cables can withstand higher temperature and also that has a much higher bandwidth. Microwaves are also used for data transmission. Besides the server, client, and the circuit, the NIC and the hubs are also part of the hardware components. The software components, that is part of the networks, is a network operating system. We call it as NOS. Let us look about the network operating system. NOS is the software that controls the network. It makes the hardware work. Mobile network is one of the oldest NOS. MS, Windows, NT, and Linux are also other very popular NOS. Generally, we use MS Word. MS Word is also one kind of an operating system. And Apple as a Mac, these are some operating systems. There is a classification of networks or network types. Depending on the size, ownership, the distance it covers, and its physical architecture, networks are broadly classified into three categories. Number one, LAN, that is a local area networks. Number two, metropolitan area networks, MAN. And number three is wide area networks, that is WAN. Dear students, we will learn about the each type of network in clearly. Now coming to the local area networks. Local area network serves a local area, typically the area of a floor of an office building or an industrial plant, college campus, university campus, but it can also span a distance of several kilometers. The connection is usually done via a cable or fiber optics. The physical distance covered varies from 1 meter to 1 kilometer. Traditionally, LAN has have data rates in the 4 to 16 Mbps range. And however, speeds are rapidly increasing and have now reached 100 Mbps, megabyte per second. Mbps means megabyte per second, with the gigabyte system in development. Next one is metropolitan area networks. A metropolitan area network is a computer network in which two or more computers which are geographically separated but are located within the same city area and connected to one another. Usually, the geographic area or region is larger than the area covered by local area network, but smaller than the area covered by wide area network. Let us look at the wide area network. A WAN spans a larger geographical area, which is more than 10 kilometers. WAN spread over city, district, or country and are connected through public network like a telephone system. They are also connected through satellites. The internet can be considered as the largest WAN in the world. That is possible with the satellites. Next, all these topics related to the particularly technological orientation, not the practice of journalism. Even though, as a journalism student, we need to know some knowledge. We need to get some knowledge about these networks, topologies, and technology means operating systems, hardware and software. Because we are now in the digital era, digital age, and there is an n number of changes in a day-to-day life. The technology is emerging very fastly. So as a journalism student, we need to know all these kind of technological related developments which was happened in day-to-day life. Next, we need to know about the network topologies. Topology refers to the way the network is laid out, either logically or physically. So here we need not to know a deep content and deep understanding about the network technology. Just we are the basics here we are explaining. And any system on a network is called node, and these nodes are connected to each other via cables, which can be phone lines or satellite channels. There is a number of typologies like mesh typology, star typology, and tree topology, bus topology, ring topology. So here we need not to go in very much detail about this each topology, but just we have given the textbook with the maps. If you see that image, you will get idea about these topologies. Okay. Now coming to know about the internet, already we have discussed in our previous classes and a little bit earlier about the internet. The internet is one of the most important innovation of modern times. Its innovation can be rated on par with some of the greatest innovations of mankind, like steam engine, aeroplane, printing press, etc. It brought about sweeping and far-reaching changes in the way of information can be accessed. Internet not only provides a plenty of information of a very high quality, but it does so in a fraction of a time that one needs in a conventional process. For example, earlier without internet, we need to go to the library and we need to search each book with the topics, subtopics, and related to our what we are searching. But here with the internet, you will get the information within the seconds. If you Google it, you will get the information. All this happens with the new innovation, that is internet. Internet is not only a strategic resource for information, but it is also a major source for communication. Email, file transfers, bulletin boards, social networking, to name a few, have charted a new course in the way we communicate. Internet is also making a strong presence in commercial activity through virtual stores. E-shopping, you have examples of Amazon, Flipkart. Those are some examples for e-shopping. Consumers can now shop from the comfort of their home and get the lowest possible prices for the best commodity or service that they are intending to buy. Health, education, travel, e-governance are some of the other areas where internet has made rapid growth. With so much utility and service, internet has become and in this and requirement for mankind. Without internet, there is no life. Of course, we have to say this is the point, because every day of our day-to-day day from the morning to night, without accessing the internet, there is no services, no life, because that much part is included in our day life. Even though in the rural areas, for farmers, they need to know about the rates, they need to know about their subsidies. For that, they have to visit internet center. They need now every subsidy, every policy is linked with some other or other. So for that, even though a farmer need to visit internet center. Dear students, if you have any doubts, you may please raise your hands and ask for ask your queries. I will get back to you with the clarifications. Every computer on the internet has a specific name and a numeric address. The name is to make it easy for people to remember and access the computer located on the internet, while the number address is for the communication equipment and other computers on the network to locate another computer situated on the same network. That is, we call it is the internet. So that is, we call in a generally it is an internet protocol address. It is a unique number that is assigned to each computer. That is, uses internet protocol for communication with other computer situated on the same network. It is a byte numeric value that identifies both a network and a local host or node on the network. Each number is distinctive and consists of a decimal number spread by periods. For example, 123 dot 456 dot 78 dot. What is this? So each address, this is the address. How we have a homes with the address 11 dash 22 dash 498, like 1 dash 2 dash 52. Like there is also each computer has its own IP address. Here we need to know about the host name. Since it is difficult to remember the numeric addresses, a simple user-friendly name is given to each host or a computer on the internet. This is called the host name. The host name consists of several words separated by periods as defined in the domain name service, DNS. Domain name service means it is also called as a domain name service server as a system. The function of a DNS is to translate the host name into the corresponding IP address. It combines the organization name and type of work that represents the organization. Let us look at about the domains and subdomains. Domain is the distinguished part of an abstract of a physical space where something exists. It is a performed or it is a value. For example, we may talk about domain of interest, domain of activity. This concept is used in every branch, sector, field of human activity, including computer networks. The domain name gives a website its own unique web address where it can be found at and associated with. The web is busiest place. We know today with a million of websites now available online, competing to catch the user's attention apart from the common marketing and search engine optimization techniques. One of the weapons key weapons website owners use in fighting for their visitors attention. That is the name of their website. That is, we call it is a domain. The power of the domain name lies in that it gives a website its own unique web address where it could be found at a and also associated with that one. For example, here ICICI Bank. See, I will show you in the website. See, this is only just a domain, ICICI Bank.com. If you go with subdomains, you will get, if you click personal banking, you will oblique by personal banking. And again in the personal banking accounts or deposits, again we will get the personal banking accounts, deposits like this. So this is a subdomain. Domain is www.icicibank.com is the main domain. And subdomain is here one example I have given on the screen. In this long sequence of letters, the domain is ICICI Bank. Let us discuss about the main features of the internet. Already we have discussed about the email in our earlier session, and now look at about the telnet. Actually, these are some telnet is a telecommunication network. In a short form, we call it as a telnet. This is a network protocol used on the internet or local area network connections. It is a network protocol used on the internet or local area networks to provide bidirectional interactive communication facility. Telnet is a tool through which one can log on to the remote computer that is located on the network or the internet, and then use various applications or resources available on the computer or host. Another one is a file transfer protocol. Generally, in a short form, we call it as a FTP. File transfer protocol is an internet standard that is used to copy files from the host computer to one's own computer and vice versa. Own computer to host and host to own computer. This protocol enables the host computer to send and receive files over the internet or intranet or for that matter, any network. All types of files, they may be text or audio or video, graphics, can be transferred using this utility. Another important topic is online services. We are now using online services all over the world for our day-to-day activities, which are interlinked with our online services. Many of using online services. For even though for food, we have to give order in the online. For exchange of money, we are using online. For many services, to get a birth certificate, we are using online service. Everything is linked with online services. For paying tuition fees, for paying examination fees, for admissions, for whatever it is, everything is, even though nowadays we are performing pujas over online. We simply visit the website and we click on the link, you will get the online visuals on the monitor. Online services include email services, search engines, online stores, online reservation for the trains, airways, everything is possible with the online. So the uses of online services is widely spread, and here we need to know about some cyber crimes and cyber laws also. Cyber crimes. So students, today the session time is up now. We will discuss about these cyber laws and intellectual property, data protection and privacy, some cyber laws, hacking, defamation, cyber laws in India, domains and subdomains related, all these in tomorrow's session, because it takes much time to explain about each topic. In the tomorrow session, we will discuss about all these pending in this unit, and also we will discuss about the next topic, next unit, that is multimedia, which is very close to our journalism subject, journalism day-to-day practice. How to write for multimedia and what are the multimedia productions, what is the impact of new media and traditional media, what is multimedia. All this we will know in the tomorrow session. Thank you very much for participating in these online classes. Thank you once again.